Hello, welcome to another one of these polarizing trend videos. I feel like 2020 didn't even really happen. Like, people ask me, oh, when did you do that? And I'm like, I think this maybe needs to be tilted down one little bit. Hello there guys, it's Joel here, aka Gallucks, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I make fashion content here on YouTube and post outfit inspiration, like my own outfits, on Instagram nearly every single day. So don't forget to click that subscribe button and go follow me over on Instagram as well. You probably clicked on this video because you're interested in hearing about trends, and disclaimer, as always, it is just my opinion. Some people get really butthurt by the things that I say in these videos, especially if they feel attacked directly themselves, but I'm not attacking you directly. I'm just having a bit of a rant and a moan about things that I don't love. I don't hate them, they're not the worst thing in the world. I won't not be friends with people that do these things. I'm friends with people that do these things. Basically, I have a list of things that kind of, I just don't love fashion-wise, trend-wise, and think they should probably stop. You know, leave them in 2020, don't bring them into 2021. But again, it's just my opinion, fashion is subjective. You don't have to listen to me. And something new that I thought I would include this year would be to tell you what I hate, or tell you what I don't like, and then tell you what to wear instead. So I will tell you the thing that annoys me, the trend that I just don't love, and then I'll tell you what I think you should do instead of it, because I think that's helpful. It's more like constructive criticism rather than just, I hate this, I hate this, I hate that. And obviously there are two sides to every fashion trend. Like socks and sandals, like you can wear it stylishly or, you know, with no taste level at all. So there's a different spectrum of every single trend. So even though I say these trends that I don't like, there is a way of pulling them off, and I've seen people do it, and I'm like, well done, you know? But the majority of the time they're not done well or not pulled off at all. With that being said, I feel like this is on every single trend video that I make, but I personally do not like tie-dye in any way, shape or form. And obviously, because we're all staying at home, and for the majority of last year we're staying at home as well, people felt like tie-dye was the thing to do from home because it's such an easy thing to do to your clothes and like reinvent a new piece, which is great, it's a fun activity, dipping things in dye, wrapping it in rubber bands. But I'm just yet to see a tie-dyed garment that I actually like the look of. So yeah, so tie-dye is one of them. And for that, instead, I would say to try other patterns like paisley, check, you know, try fun materials, suede, velour, faux fur, just anything that isn't tie-dye, do you know what I mean? I don't know what it is about it. I just personally don't love it, so I would try and stay away from it. Now, this isn't really a fashion trend, but it definitely was a trend from last year. It was a trend, and it is still a very thriving, full community. It's probably one of the most popular things in the world, and that is TikTok. If you're like me, you downloaded TikTok around last April, March, because that's when like a boom of TikTok happened, when we all got forced to stay at home. Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, it's all kind of a part of the furniture. Like, it's been there for a long time. We know how it works. We know what to do. Obviously with the lack of video, like short form video content that things like Vine brought to us, TikTok kind of filled that void. And even though I had fun experimenting with the app, and it doesn't mean that I won't ever go back on the app, because I do go on it sometimes, I just haven't posted any content there in a very long time. The main reason being is because when I was spending a lot of time on TikTok, you know, I would load the app, it takes you straight to the For You page, very convenient, all this like new content that you've never seen, and you just scroll and scroll and scroll, and you're there for hours. And I felt like I was losing brain cells. Like, the content that is on that app, there is some, obviously, don't get me wrong, there are some incredible creators, there is some amazing content, there's some informative, valuable content, but there is also, you know, not. But I know it doesn't have to be that serious, like you can just be looking for a laugh and enjoy TikTok in that way, because there is a lot of like comedy content on there as well. I'm not saying that it's the worst thing in the world and that you shouldn't go on it. I think that it's great, and it's great for content creators as well to kind of reach a new audience in that way. But the times and experience that I had with TikTok, there are many times that I went on TikTok and my For You page was full of things that I didn't want to see, homophobic stuff, racist stuff at times. It's not really for me, and when I go on it, it just kind of gives me the ick. I did have fun, like with the brief time that I was creating content on there, but as the months went on and on and on, and I felt like I was losing my brain cells, I just couldn't bring myself to go on it anymore. So I think that for me, TikTok was a trend that I want to leave in 2020. Instead, I would say apps that I've been enjoying, obviously Instagram. Even though they're making changes to push more and more towards being like TikTok, it makes me feel, it feels more curated in a sense, because my explore feed and the things that I look at are all based around things that I like, whereas I felt like TikTok wasn't. It was just kind of pushing content in my face, like new content, new content, new content. Whereas Instagram feels a lot more tailored to me, even though I've not been happy with a lot of the updates that Instagram has made. And I don't know as well, I've enjoyed making mood boards on places like Pinterest. I've actually got into Twitter a lot more recently as well. I didn't used to love Twitter, but now I enjoy it a whole lot more because I follow things that I'm actually interested in, and made a bit more effort on the app itself. The next thing is, I don't believe I'm still saying this, but skinny jeans. I was a huge wearer of skinny jeans all my life, up until probably 2017, 2018 is where I really started to move away from skinny jeans, and now the actual sight of them makes my blood boil. Like literally those skin tight jeans, especially things with like biker bits or things with like distressed, and you get the guys with like super muscular legs wearing them as well. I just find it very, very off-putting and very strange looking. Like I don't like how it visually looks. So I would say wear a slim fit jean or a wide leg jean, anything that isn't a skin tight skinny jean. Obviously some people look really good in skinny jeans. If you're going for that like Eddie Slimane, Celine, YSL kind of look, then it suits that. But the things that I'm talking about are not that. Next thing, another trouser. Those trousers with toggles. I think they were originally done by a designer called 99%. I think that's how you say it. I'm not entirely sure. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. But they're these like cargo kind of trousers or like joggers. Anyway, they're these trousers that just have those kind of like toggles, the elasticated toggles all over them. And for some reason, I think like rappers started wearing them, like famous rappers. They started showing up in like replica form in loads of more affordable places, and they just look dumb. Like they just look stupid. I would wear instead just a regular pair of cargo trousers or just a regular pair of jeans. I don't think the toggle look is necessarily doing anything for anyone, so I would just stay away from that. Next up now, fashion always goes around in circles. What goes around comes back around. You know, the 90s has been very big recently in terms of fashion and style and trends and whatever, but I've seen a bit of on Instagram kind of like a 70s revival. I know this has been happening for a long time in lots of different places within the industry, especially over in women's wear. But for menswear, for me, the 70s, the things that I don't like about it is basically everything. The flares, the Peter Pan collars, the brown corduroy, you know, these sideburns with long hair, like the big oversized see-through or like different colored lens aviator sunglasses and all that kind of stuff. Like it's just not for me. Like it's not aesthetically pleasing to my eyes. It looks like that bad remake of Starsky and Hutch. Was it like Ben Stiller or something? I don't know. I just don't love it. It reminds me of Austin Powers, and not even in like an ironic way, but yeah, it's not the vibe that I enjoy. Again, personal opinion. Instead, you can try any other decade that isn't the 70s. The 80s, very, very interesting. The 90s, really cool. The noughties, very fun. Like anything that just isn't the 70s, and yeah. Okay, another thing that I really don't like that I've seen recently as well, I think it tried to have a revival but it didn't really work, and that was Ed Hardy. Now, when I was like 15, I did have an Ed Hardy t-shirt. Me and my friends were obsessed with that Ed Hardy because we were kind of moving away from our like emo scene kid phase and more into kind of like pop punk and interested in like tattoos and stuff like that. So obviously Ed Hardy, all the artwork is tattoos, like old school tattoo style. So we were very interested in that. But I saw it kind of having a bit of a revival 2020, and I just don't think it looks cute anymore. Like I really don't think it serves its purpose. Like it's not, it's just not it's not in the right place. I'm trying to think of like an alternative to Ed Hardy of what you could wear instead. No. I actually can't think of anything else that you should wear instead of Ed Hardy, so I'm just gonna say don't wear it. And my last trend, which obviously this is not another streetwear trend, it's kind of like a homeware trend. It's like a homeware trend that kind of like popped up in loads and loads of places, and even some of my friends have done this, and I've literally been like, really? It's that kind of like foam mirror, which I think is a TikTok trend because it's people making their own ugly ass mirrors on there. So where you get a mirror and you get that like polyfoam polystyrene thing, spray around your mirror, and then it becomes like inflated, and it just looks like this piece of, it honestly looks like they pulled something from the insulation of the building. Like, you know, like the foam in your roof that keeps your house warm, here in the UK anyway. But it looks like they've grabbed that and put it around their mirror, and it just looks weird. Like I've seen so many of them now, and I look at them and I'm like, when did you decide that this looked good? Or who told you that that looked good? Because that does not look... It's like if you see your friend wearing a bad outfit or something that doesn't look right, you'd tell them, right? You'd be like, look, sis, this doesn't look good. You should change that or change that. If you see a friend of yours doing that with a mirror, be like, it's not cute. Please don't do this. Please stop. Have an intervention. You know, my option of not doing it would be to use a regular mirror. Just have a mirror that doesn't have that crap on it. So overall, in 2020, there weren't that many like fashion trends that really irked me, and everything was kind of cute and it was fine. Obviously everyone's living their best life and doing everything that they possibly can at the moment, and it's a hard time for everyone. So please don't take what I said personally, because it's not. Unless you have one of those mirrors in your house, in which case, throw it away. Yeah. So having said that, of all the things that I disliked about 2020 in terms of like internet trends, in terms of fashion, streetwear, homeware, the next video I'll be doing will be the trends that I did love from 2020. It's much happier video, and hopefully you won't feel as personally attacked, maybe personally complimented in the next one. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Please throw it at me in the comments below. I hope that you've enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.